Okay, guys, it's Chantel. First of all, I just want to thank all of you guys for following me. My little channel is just growing and getting bigger and bigger. We're just about at 3,000 people now. So I just want to thank you guys for tuning in, listening, sharing, subscribing, commenting. It really just makes me happy to see that and really makes me want to keep making videos for you guys. And it just makes this experience so fun and so connected. So I just want to thank you guys, and that we're really close to 3,000 people. And I just think that's awesome. And just watching things grow is just so exciting to me. I really never imagined this channel to really grow like that. And it'll be cool to watch it get bigger and bigger. So just thank you guys. Today, what we're going to talk about is one of the biggest culprits to weight loss. And I think without knowing it, it hits all of us in one aspect or another. So I think this is one of the most important subjects I could probably touch on, just because we all experience this in our lives. And it might not even be in your weight loss, but if you're trying to lose weight, I guarantee you're coming across this time and time and again. So what is this culprit? Like, what is it? And that's kind of what I actually was having a little bit of prayer time about. I was like, I feel like there's something that's holding me back that I can't see, or I don't understand what's going on. And just as awesome as God is, and sometimes you want to know and sometimes you really don't, what I felt like that answer was for me is that I kind of felt this feeling of like, you know what? You're taking on other people's excuses. And I was just sitting there and I was just like, oh man, did that hit home? I don't know if you guys see this in yourselves. Maybe you've already identified this. Maybe you haven't, but maybe you need to stop and think about this as well. Like, stop and think. It might be in a different way from me, but I guarantee you're coming across this in some way. Is that, there is peer pressure out there, and it doesn't have to do with just drugs and alcohol. And food is easily becoming one of those stronger drugs. A lot of people are overweight. And when people are doing something, they want you to be into it too. So that's why, negative people just try and tend to pull everyone down with them. Well, the same thing with weight loss. I found that one of my friends, I'll be hanging out with one of my girlfriends, like, man, it's around that time of the month and I want sugar so bad. We should go get ice cream. And notice how they say we should. Like, now I'm going to. It's because they want someone else, and you want to be there for them. You want to feel connected. And it's really to be like, well, okay. Or then they're getting ice cream and then you feel left out, So there's just some different things with this that I think it's huge. And peer pressure can come from family, from peers, just from social settings alone, and this feeling to be like everyone else. I think that's what it really is, don't you? This feeling of getting to be like everyone else, like the person around you, and feeling that way. But the problem is, do we really want to be like that? Do we really want to be like them? I think the reason why we chose to do this diet, the way we chose to lose weight, is because we don't want to be like everyone else. And once I started to understand that, I realized, man, I cannot let other people's excuses become my own. Like, I'm pretty good at not making excuses for myself anymore. Like, oh, you don't have food in the fridge, let's go eat Wendy's. That used to be a little bit more in my past. And I stopped doing that, but I didn't realize what was so sneaky as I was taking on other people's excuses. For example, a lot of you, this is for beginners too, when you're starting this diet, your family may not be on board with it. For one, if you're like me, you've tried multiple different things and you've gone through multiple different fads, maybe from vegan or vegetarian, maybe high carb, low carb, whatever, and your family's just sick of it too. They're like, we have accommodated you time and time and again. I am done. We are eating what this family wants to eat. So some of you could be coming from a little bit of that. Or they're just not interested in changing, or maybe they're overweight themselves and they're not ready to change. No matter what, it's important for you to make the change. So how might you go about handling this? Well, for family, as much as I think it can be a struggle, it's actually not that bad, because if you really want this, you'll figure it out. If you don't realize this is going on, then that's your problem, like it is mine. But I realized that, I could keep all the junk food out of the house. Even if you have kids or a husband who likes those things, you don't need to keep them around, especially because if they're not eating them, you're probably going to be the one to do it. So I keep that stuff out of the house. I tell my husband, if he wants McDonald's, if he wants to get ice cream, Zips, he's more than welcome to. Zips is one of our fast food places here. He's welcome to do that. I just don't want to see it in the house. So he'll go out on his own time and he'll buy himself a cookie or he'll eat ice cream, but he won't bring it into the house because I don't need to see that. And when I do, it just makes me feel like I want it because it's in my house. Out and about, I'm pretty good at saying no now, but at home, it's really hard because it's just sitting there. So you can do that, as well as let them keep stuff in the house that doesn't trigger you. I don't like cereal. It does not make me feel good. I don't really enjoy it that much. So I let him keep cereal in the house. I said, that's fine. Or I'll keep a couple things in here, like starches or bread. I'm over bread now. Bread is just something I really don't care about anymore. It just makes me feel so crappy. I just don't really like it. So I'll let him keep some bread in the house or something like that, and he needs it. And then what's cool is sometimes people are really just challenging you to see what you're made of. So when I started it, my husband was like, okay, we can try this. But I said, I feel like this is what I really need to do. And as he saw me lose weight, as he saw me become a better person, it started to encourage his way of eating, that he started to say, maybe I want to eat somewhat like that too. And he started enjoying my meals and getting used to what I was cooking, and I just got better at it. And now he really enjoys the food that I cook, and he can handle way less sugar now because of eating the same way that I am. And sometimes I had to cook us 2 different meals. I had to do that sometimes. But that's okay. Or when we'd go eat out, that's fine. That doesn't bug me. He could eat whatever he wants. I'd eat mine, and that was fine. And, figuring out what works for you is that it can change everyone else around you. And I know this has to do with a lot of willpower and figuring out how to create willpower. And people who are skinnier have just created it more. It's just easier for them to say no because they can do it so much more. And just what's harder for some people, it's harder for others, but it means that it's just harder for you and you're going to have to work harder at it. And that's just unfortunate, but it is true. And I just want you guys to think about it this way. As like a muscle. If I'm working and flexing this muscle every day, or I'm lifting, working out at the gym, what am I going to do? I'm going to increase my strength, maybe even some muscle tone in that arm. If I was doing it day in, day out, just working on my bicep. That's the same way as this is going to go. Working this mental aspect is like a muscle for your brain. And we may not have a magical weight loss pill out there, but I think our brains are as close to that as we can get. So utilizing these tools where you don't have to alter any more food that you're doing. Stop trying to overanalyze every little piece of food that goes in your mouth, but work on what's going in and out of your brain. What are you listening to? What are you talking about? What are you saying? Those things really do add up and make a difference in your life and what you're hearing. You might need to even change your friends. I will not go to restaurants where I feel tempted. There are some places where, I love pizza. I will not go out for pizza because I can't stop myself. I will not go out for that. It's just not something I want to do. I like to go to new restaurants or restaurants where I can eat. And if a friend's not okay with that, meet up for coffee. That's pretty easy. You can get an herbal tea. You could get coffee. You can do any of those things. That's usually why I have friends meet me for coffee. If I know that they're not going to be eating the way that I would eat or be willing to go to a restaurant that I would go to, that's fine. We can do coffee. Go to a hike. Go walk around the mall. I've learned to ask my friends to go do different things with me now. And some of them are liking that or seeing my changes that they're like, I want to be more like you. So, okay, then we should probably go to one of these restaurants. Like, I know I could go get something at Panda. I know what I get there. I get like mushroom chicken, and there's one other like chicken one that I get. And, I didn't overdo it. I get my steamed veggies, different things of that nature that make life just easier for everyone. So don't give in to that peer pressure. Don't let other people's excuses start to become yours. Like, I really want to go eat this, or I really want to go eat out. Or even just at someone's house, like, oh, I made this food for you. I'm sorry, but I really can't eat that. I really appreciate that you took the time to make this. Or take it home and take it to your husband. Like, oh, you know what? I just ate. I cannot eat this right now, but this looks amazing. Thank you so much. And then take it home, let him know how much they enjoy the dish. Oh, you know what? This is like my husband's favorite. He couldn't stop eating it. It was delicious. Thank you so much. People are just doing it because they're just trying to be nice and appreciative of you, and maybe you used to like those things. So figure it out. You'll get better at this, but don't give in to those excuses anymore. And I, for one, am done with that. Now that I learned that's something that I've been doing, and that's been stalling me from getting to where I want to be. So I hope that helps you guys. Don't forget to comment, like, and share. Thank you.